all I'm saying.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you are new, to subscribe down below, send me a comment, send me a question, send me a message, anything. Okay. So for today, I want to talk about ship life and adjusting to ship life. Okay. So my first day here, I was excited. I was excited. I was happy, I was anxious, I was nervous. I couldn't contain my emotions to the point where I was just so quiet, you know. But it's so fast paced. It's faster than any hotel on land. It's faster. Uh, when I got on board, I had a meeting first, couple meetings, COVID test. They gave us some food, and then we got our uniforms. Half an hour into getting our uniforms, we had to be in our uniforms in the kitchen, ready to work. Okay? And then after that, you have to be on schedule. So the day after that, I have to be ready for work, 9 a.m. in the morning, no excuses. Right? It's not like you can say, oh well, I'm new, so this is not no. You have to be always ready and on time for work. You have to log in on the system so that it shows on your time card that you're at work. Right? I start working at 9 a.m. in the morning. I stop working at 10:30, sometimes 10:45 p.m. in the night. I know, yeah. So it's not a bed of roses. It's rough. The work hour is long. My feet get tired, and especially when the people, they just piss you off. you know. So you have to work through that, and I feel like this is an opportunity for me to grow some balls. When I'm adulting at the same time, it's going to be very rapid because I'm learning a lot, and while I'm learning, it's like I'm getting to get tough at the same time. You know, I don't get days off. No, you can't tell them, oh, I'm tired. You know, like when you're on land and you say, oh, I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna put on my flu voice and then tell them that I'm sick so I can't come in. No. They know your cabin number. They know where you live. They know where you sleep. They know who you live with. Right? So you can't do that. And if you tell them that, and then you say, oh, later I'm gonna go out, they're gonna see you because you live with them. You live with them. So basically you work with the people you live with. It's hard to have a separate life outside of work life because a lot of the times the persons you work with keep reminding you of what you did last night or where you were, what you were doing. Not necessarily that you are doing something bad, but they're just into your life and they just bring it up randomly for no reason. It's annoying, but I have to remember that I'm not working in Jamaica where Jamaicans know the ropes, work at work and play at play. No, here people do anything. So it's kind of difficult adjusting to the different nationalities. And one thing I had to understand was that people are gonna chat to you every day, every minute of the day, and especially when you're around them and they're speaking their language and they know that you don't know what they're saying, they talk about you. You have to just accept that and just move on. Because if you ever focus on the fact that they are talking about you, you're going to lose it every day because they talk about you every day. And they like talking about people behind their backs. I was leaving work one day and something happened in the kitchen. And while I was leaving work, I could hear persons in the hallway talking about what happened. at work to somebody else, and I was there, and I was just walking by, and they didn't stop. They were speaking English too, so I knew exactly what was going on. They do that here a lot. So if you don't like that, if that ticks you off, this is not the place for you. Okay, you have to maximize on sleep. If you get, let me tell you, I get 3 breaks that are half hour each, and 1 break that is an hour and a half to 2 hours during the day. The rest of the day is strictly work. So I have to make sure that I get some sleep in. And the worst part about this is, on my half hour breaks, leaving the galley, that's where I work, to my cabin takes 15 minutes. Or to the crew mess takes 15 minutes. So that's 15 minutes left. How do I use that next 15 minutes to do what I need to do? I can't get much done, right? You understand? And it's not something that you can negotiate. If the boss says that's that, then that's that. Another thing to talk about is the food. So you don't buy your own food. They cook the food for you, and you go to the crew mess to eat. So it's like a cafeteria that runs for the entire day, and you go in for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you pick what you want, and they cook things from different nationalities. You just pick what you want. But the baseline is that as a yard girl, there is no salt, no seasoning. Listen, I miss Maggie. No little browning, no scotch bonnet, no onion, no chop up, nothing. No thyme, no scallion, no. The chicken, raw. So I call it post-seasoned chicken because if I'm gonna eat it, I have to take it, put it in my plate, add hot sauce, add chili sauce, add barbecue sauce, add ketchup, add salt, add everything, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, add everything to it to get it to taste like something to eat, right? I don't normally eat the rice, but when I do, I realize that it doesn't have butter or salt either. Yeah, but these people seem to enjoy it, no? Yeah, I just have to see. Well, you just have to season everything after you take it over. The potatoes, they roast the potatoes sometimes, which is not bad because potato naturally tastes good, but I have to put salt and pepper. The sandwiches, that's fine because normally you have to assemble your own sandwiches. Juice, regular lemonade, orange juice, apple juice, or fruit punch, or water. Speaking of water, the water tastes bad. You know, tastes like when we get Jamaica and water gone, so we have to go and go get water. The water kind of tastes like that. You know? So you have to buy drinking water. Buy bottled water to keep in your cabin, so you have to keep hydrated. One thing I noticed here though is that you have a lot of, sometimes I feel like I'm at school because they have lectures, they have drills, they have training sessions where you have to come in, you have to clock in still, and you have to be early, right? And they have this room where you sit in a chair with a desk, and then afterwards you get a quiz to see how much you know. It's necessary because you're not living on land where you can just run to an emergency center. You are the emergency center, so you have to know exactly what to do. If guests run into you, they expect you to know what to do, no matter what position you have. As long as you're a crew member, they look up to you as somebody who can show them what to do. And you need to look out for yourself as well. They give us life jackets, and they give us some little cards with emergency notes on them. if anything happens, where you go, what to do, who to call, all of that stuff, which is okay. With personal stuff like laundry, if you want to go out, there's no restaurant for you to go. There's a cool bar where people go to hang out and to drink. Sometimes they have parties there. They have the open deck for you to sit, chill, and relax. I always go there because they have these big seats and you can lay down and watch the ocean. I spend my break there most of the time in the daytime too because I can see better. The same people, as I said earlier, you see at work is the same people there, and most of these people, especially the men, they have their wives at home, but they come here and they say, hey, I'm single, you know, so you have to be careful. You gotta be careful. The life is not easy out here, you know. It's like the same kind of association with farm workers, or I would say J1 workers, I don't know, work and travel, I don't know, I'm not sure. But here, long work hours, you hardly have time for yourself, but you have to look fresh and clean for work every single day. Your uniform has to be clean, which means you have to find the time to drop it off at the uniform laundry. Oh yes, so they wash your uniform for you, you bring it to the uniform laundry, and your personal clothes goes to a different laundry. It's a struggle for me to find time to wash my uniform because whenever the laundry is open, I'm working, and when I have a break, it's closed. So I had to find the time in between to get my clothes to the laundry to wash. Yeah. And then my personal clothes now, it's not 100% free. Well, if you are doing it by yourself, it's free. If you drop it off so you can go back to work, you have to leave some money for the person here who need to attend to the clothes for you. Yeah. Another thing is you cannot wear slippers, flip-flops. You have to always wear sneakers or your work shoes. Your work shoes is always something that covers your toes, so you can't wear those in the I-95. The I-95 is the name for the highway, which is the road that you take to anywhere. So I learned that whenever I'm lost, I'm always lost. Whenever I'm lost, I go back to the I-95 and start again from there to see if I can find where I'm going or find someone to ask where I'm going. I've learned just to find my cabin, where I work, and where to eat. Those 3 places you have to learn first, and then you can learn everywhere else. But the life can be fun if you make it fun. It can be miserable if you make it miserable. I plan to make the best of it. Even if it gets miserable, I'll use it to my advantage because I believe everything has a purpose. Even if it's not something that's favorable to you, it can turn out to make something positive. So I will take you along the journey with me as far as I can go. I don't have the best Wi-Fi privileges, so I have to buy Wi-Fi, I have to pay for it. I get my A-Pass and I get a new debit card that I have to use that I get paid with, so that it's universal. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, it's universal because the bank I use in my country is not the same bank that other person uses. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'm sitting in front of the ocean talking to you in front of a window inside a room that is not my cabin, which is so sad because it's so nice. Anywho, I'll see you at a later date. Talk again to catch up. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sick right now, but I'll have better days. Okay, bye. So this is the ocean I wake up to in the morning for the past couple days, and I'll be going back to my little tiny cabin in a couple hours. Sad, right? Nice quarantine room.